First thing I got to tell you, hire a coach. It's all
Love
very
that.
sexy. It's all very emotional, and that's one of the first mistakes people make is they buy or they want to flip on emotion. It's a business. You got to treat it like a business. So you don't know what you don't know. You think it's, oh, I'll just go in and fix it up. 7 months later, they're still working on fixing it up. In my system, we renovate a place and it takes exactly 30 days. New kitchen, new bathroom, new flooring, new paint. Everything looks like brand new, and we're out 30 days.
Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Real Estate Pros Podcast. I'm your host, Micah Johnson, and today I'm joined by Rick Rose, who's made some serious moves in real estate now for a little over 30 years. Rick, welcome in, man. Glad to have you.
Glad to be here. Thanks for the invitation.
Absolutely. You're a trooper, man. We've gone through some technical stuff to get you this far, but I'm excited for our episode today. You have a vast reservoir of knowledge to pull from, and I think our listeners are going to get a lot out of that. So to dive in, for folks who may not know you yet, tell us a little bit about what you got going on right now and what markets you operate in.
I'm actually in Canada. If you know where Detroit is, I'm 10 minutes away on the Canadian side, a place called Windsor, Ontario. I was born in Toronto, so I know all of Southern Ontario, and I'm very actually pro-American. So I love America, love the States. Right now, I am a realtor, been a realtor for over 30 years. I'm concentrating right now on flipping. I'm a certified real estate investment coach, specializing in flipping, and teach and train and mentor people in the United States and Canada for that. Also, I am a flipper myself. Most of my flips have been in Canada, but I'm just now starting to expand into the States. I've got a couple areas that I have teams now set up, so pretty much ready to go. I've been doing rent-to-owns. I've been doing rent-to-owns for over 30 years also, so kind of an expert in that. Speaker, author. I wrote a book on rent-to-own. I have a book that's also part of my training on flipping. And so that and realtor is kind of what I'm doing right now.
I love that, man. I love that because it's you earned all that knowledge. That's the beauty of it. And I love talking with folks. And one of the keys to coaching, in my opinion, is you're working with someone who's still doing it, because real estate is a lifelong learning game. Like what worked the other day may not work today. Having understanding what's going on and staying in motion with it's really important. All right. So quick question. Since you're in Canada and you understand the American market too, what's the biggest difference between the two?
The first thing off is Americans are very friendly and they're very businesslike. They're very hardworking. So getting money for flipping is far easier to do in the States than it is in Canada. Up here, if you've heard the expression, it's like pulling teeth. Yes, it is. It's much tougher to get money up here for that. In the States, you talk to an American and they say, I say, I'd like to flip,
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
So the actual thing is, if I'm looking for money, it is more difficult in Canada, much easier in the United States, which is just wonderful. So.
Yeah. Interesting. I like hearing different things like that because it becomes somewhat cultural, I guess. We are down here, we're up for business ventures for sure. How can money make money? It's a tool. Excellent, man. So back us up a little bit. What got you into real estate so long ago and has kept you going in it for this long?
There is a thing called the LCBO, the Liquor Control Board of Ontario, and I was working actually in the elevator trade, and layoffs in the wintertime do come. So I walked into the liquor store just to buy a little something early one December, and saw everybody running around really busy, stocking up for Christmas. And I said, "Hey, do you need a hand? I'm not doing anything right now." 17 years later, I'm the manager of one of those stores, and real estate has always been my basic love. So I decided to kind of retire or whatever, get rid of the LCBO, and get my real estate license and go into real estate full time. Once I got in, I expanded into other areas such as rent to own and flipping. I'd done flipping even before the board, but that's that's the short story on how I got into real estate. Always loved it in my blood.
I love it, man. It's so fun. Now let's dig into flipping specifically. So we got listeners across the spectrum out there that are doing it. For, let's say, someone who's at the beginning of the stage thinking about doing flipping, what are some things they need to think about and questions they need to answer out of the gate?
First thing I got to tell you, hire a coach. It's all very sexy. It's all very emotional. And that's one of the first mistakes people make is they buy or they want to flip on emotion. It's a business. You got to treat it like a business. So you don't know what you don't know. You think it's, I'll just go in and fix it up. 7 months later, they're still working on fixing it up. In my system, we renovate a place and it takes exactly 30 days. New kitchen, new bathroom, new flooring, new paint. Everything looks like brand new, and we're out 30 days. In my system, we always aim for $100,000 net profit out of every deal.
Nice.
Do I always hit the 100,000? No, sometimes I hit 110. Generally, it's between $80,000 and $100,000 for net profit. But other flippers, they go into it and, hey, I made $15,000 on the flip that I just did. How long did it take you? 7 months. Poor guy. Hire a coach. No matter what the expense is, it's worth it.
I couldn't agree more. The first step in real estate is education. Always. It is not a mystery how to do this game. People know how to do it. Avoid the pitfalls, the time, the mistakes. Avoid knocking yourself out before you ever even get started, man. I'm right there with you. Find somebody who is doing it, knows what they're doing, just like yourself, that can show you the way. Because it's not a mystery. It's the same nuts and bolts behind the business. Everyone that's doing this, that it's like you said, it's a process. When done correctly, you built a machine that trades in real estate. That's doing it correctly. Find someone who can help you build the machine.
And then just like mom and dad or two little birds, at some point you'll learn enough. You'll know what you're doing, fly away from the nest and go for it. Until then, though, I'm always there to guide and help out, answer questions, and yeah. First thing I could say about flipping is if you want to do it, there's really good money to be made in it, but you got to know what you're doing and hire a coach. Start off right.
What
And
are
if you
some,
think
what are,
that's an expense, if you think that's expensive, don't even start flipping because you
right?
probably lose, a lot more money than what a coach would charge you. So
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency, it's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
And the key to coaching still requires action on your part, right? You still got to go do the things. You got to put yourself through what you're learning. And that's where if you're looking at coaching not as an investment in yourself, but as just a line item bill, you're not getting the most out of it. It is a environment where, okay, maybe your coach doesn't say it like you like to learn it. Fine, go find a new coach. There's nothing wrong with doing that. But find out from people. And if you've done well, it makes you money. They're going to look at the expense for the coach and say, man, best investment I ever made. That, whatever it was, made me millions of dollars. Excellent work.
let me give you my bottom line, my close. It's if I could help you make $100,000 and I had a check for $100,000 that I wanted to hand over to you in person, would you give me, say, $10,000 for the trade of that $100,000 check? Would you buy that $100,000 check for 10 grand? Well, yeah.
Right.
Hire a coach. Yeah.
Right. Right. This is real estate's a team sport.
It
It is
absolutely
a
is.
relationship business. You
Absolutely.
can't do anything alone. You're not going to do all the work in the house. You still need an attorney to close it. Like, everything about this game is working well with other people. And it starts with, out of the gate, who can you start learning from? And when you start that way, you cut a decade off your learning time, easy, of what it would take to learn that all yourself. And man, all the sleepless nights, no worries.
Hook up with somebody who has a proven track record, but also has a successful system. McDonald's, how come they do so well? They have a perfected system. So if you want to do flipping, find somebody who's got a successful, perfected system, and possibly the coach is still doing it. I am. We've got
Right.
one now. We're just about to buy
Right.
2 more places as we speak right now. Yeah.
Love that. And real estate's constantly changing. That's why I'm a very big fan of working with a coach that's still doing it, because you've got to be up to date with what's going on. There's no national market. Like, those statistics are skewed. Everything's nuanced to the market itself, what's happening locally on the ground. You got to learn those things. The cost of item of especially in flipping, you got to know how to manage your costs well. Where are you tapping into? What are you using to make sure you're getting everything the best way you can? Because that's the business side, right? Hope's not a strategy in real estate. It is a methodical process, like you're saying. It's a system. So I love that you're harping on that, because it's not guesswork. You don't randomly get your $80,000 to $110,000 check. It was an intentional action from the very beginning.
My material costs, what I normally do is I go into Home Depot, take everything, which is the same on pretty much the same on every flip that I do, put everything in the cart, print it out. There it is. I use the same model number for the kitchen cabinets, the same vinyl plank flooring for the flooring, the same. It's a system. Every house is basically the same. It has a kitchen, it has a bathroom. So I pretty much use the same materials. adjusting for square footage and everything, but the same materials. So it
Right.
is a perfected system. Yeah. And that's
And
the
how
flipping
much of
part.
that is also is based on, like, you know what you're looking for too. Let's dig into the houses themselves. I mean, it's not random that you're getting a 100 gay spread. That's not on every deal. So you're targeting very intentionally the type of property you want to then go flip. So it's thought out all the way through, right?
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
All the way through. A lot of people, they'll look at 3 houses and pick one. Honestly, why did you buy that one? Well, I like the color. No, no, don't do that. Don't buy emotionally. I probably have to look at 10 properties that I can buy at wholesale. But one of the things, I will walk away immediately. I don't do anything structural that requires a lot of permits or a lot more permits. Also, it's like a black hole. You start doing structural stuff, and the money just goes away. All your profit goes away. So nothing structural, only cosmetic. You need to have, most of the time, try to get about $130,000 spread between what I can buy it for and the ARV, or what it's worth after the repairs. And with that,
Okay.
I can pay all the closing costs, everything, and still come out with approximately 100,000 net profit. It is a system. and for myself anyway, I've perfected my system, and it works really well. And the other
Right.
thing is, I can drop this system into any city or town or whatever, anywhere in Canada or the United States. It works just as well anywhere. So does McDonald's, by the way. It's a system.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And that's just it. On the outside, it may look like whatever it looks like, but behind the scenes, it is a methodical process. The point is to make it boring. Every business got big because they made it boring. It is a
Exactly right.
consistent, it just does it. It's how you make sure you're creating a business and not just another job for yourself, because that system is what lets you take vacations. That system is what lets you hang out with your kids. That system carries the weight so that you can watch it and make the tweaks as you need them. And so we got to fix and flip. We got our one thing that just really made a lot of sense too is you're solving up front that I'll only be in here 30 days or less by the type of rehab that you're buying. You're not trying to force a 90-day rehab into 30 days. It's not like you have this magical team. It's just not buying that work. If I'm only going to buy, and that's how you think about it. What work am I buying? I want to buy the work that's going to be 30 days or less, that's under a certain amount in my rehab. So I know going in, wham, 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 this is going to be done. And that's what allows you to streamline the products that you need, where you can just print that out. No, okay, this is going in the next one and the next one. When I used to move a lot of houses to hedge funds, they do the same thing to houses every time. I've studied thousands of their rehab scopes. It's the same thing over and over and over. There's certain houses that they buy, and it's called a buy box. And you'll run into a lot of investors don't have one. If you don't have one, you don't know what you're buying. Any deal can come across your desk, and there's no like bumpers for it. There's nowhere to start. Okay, where what you're able to do is, one, is this a minimum of the money I can make? Is this a certain kind of rehab? Is this? So if it doesn't hit your first three, you save tons of time saying no, which is very important to do in this real estate business.
and save a lot of money too. At the end of 30 days, with every flip that I do, my outcome is exactly the same. We're out in 30
Right.
days. It's completed. The amount of profit is just about the same. And you're absolutely right. It's how I buy them. And like I say, I might look through 10 properties before I choose. That's perfect. Let's put an offer on that one. Let's get that one. Let's get going. You're absolutely right.
Love that, man. And don't worry about your deals. Like if you're working with a coach, they're going to teach you how to find deals, but don't be anxious about it. They're going to come as long as you stay in the game. Stick to your process, stick to the system. That's how you stay in business a long time. Real estate's a get rich slow scheme if you want to be successful at it. If you run
Yep.
around just trying to hit a bunch of home runs, you strike out. If you're aiming for those singles and doubles and you understand what you're trying to do, you hit home runs. That's where it's the backwards nature of it. It's almost inverted. Now I'm thinking about Charlie Munger. He inverts everything. What is it from the backside so I can see and work my way from there?
Exactly right. One of the things that it wouldn't work as well. It would work, but it wouldn't work as well in Canada. But when I go into the States, I'm also an expert in rent to own. I've been doing that for over 30 years. So what I'm thinking is probably my third flip in the States. What I'm going to do instead of flipping it and selling it right away is I'm going to do it as a rent to own. We're going to try it. But a lot of people need good houses. Let me provide one for you. And then if there are any difficulties in you trying to buy a house, let me see if I can solve them through the rent to own method. So I'm going to go and flip. I'm going to turn that into a rent to own. It's a 3-year type of deal. People will go in there at the end of 3 years, title transfers over to their names. Everything is wonderful. Now, from my point, or an investor, if they want to buy a house and do a rent to own, I handle them also. There's just a lot more money, a lot more profit. Not only can we make profit off the actual doing of the flip, but then over that 3-year period, we make a lot more money. So it could be like double
Right.
dipping.
Right. And the rent to own option is it's a great product.
Another call just tried to come in, so I don't check and see if we're still good.
You're back.
Okay,
You got it quick. It didn't even pop up the air. Okay.
good. Keep going.
What were we just talking about? Sorry. My brain skipped.
I said about taking a flip and making it to a rent to own. And kind of
rent to
double
owns.
dipping.
That's right. Yeah, rent to owns. It is. It's a powerful product, especially when you're in an environment like we're in right now, where someone may not be able to buy a house at the interest rates or current ways that they get approved. They might just be just off. And that option, one, as an owner, it relieves you of a lot of stress with the property. They're becoming the owners of it. They're the ones taking care of it. You can get the cash flow up front and still make money on the sale. That's, again, we're working with a coach and having multiple options on a property. That's all done up front, where you're thinking, okay, how do I want to get rid of this? What's my disposition? Am I wholesaling it? You know, a lot of the companies I know, my friends that run them, it's always run it up the ladder. Is this a good wholesale? Great. Is it a good buy and hold? Or is it a good flip? Okay, awesome. Is it a good buy and hold? All right, I might want to keep this one. But wherever it gets to, now they understand what they can do with all of it. They still may wholesale it out, but it's those options, because that's what you need. You never know what can happen.
An exit strategy.
Setting yourself up for success.
An exit strategy.
Right.
Have that right at the beginning. Everything else kind of falls into place. And you make money.
Right. It's knowing and you make money. It's beginning with the end in mind. And it goes back to the coaching part, getting clarity up front. That is what a coach helps provide. You don't really know the answer out of the gate of, what do you want to do? The most common one in real estate, well, I'm looking for freedom. I want to build generational wealth and have freedom. That's a great answer, but we got to get a real one. I can't build a strategy around you want freedom and generational wealth. Okay, now what's that next step? And that's where most folks haven't even heard of what's available out there. Real estate is a huge term. What you see in the mainstream is barely any of what's really going on out there, and getting access to the kind you want to do. Maybe you just got money and you don't want to deal with the day-to-day. Love that. Like you're talking about, private money is a great way to make money. It's truly one of the only passive ways to do it in real estate.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Maybe you do want to flip. Maybe you do, but it's getting in there and learning what are my options? Just so many people hold themselves on the sidelines of real estate thinking, I just can't do it because I don't have the money. I don't have this. I don't have that. Where it's like, well, you don't even know what options you have. You're saying no to stuff you don't even know what is. Like, it's disqualifying yourself out of the gate. Don't do that.
I'm almost, no matter what you want to talk about, there's so much stuff on Facebook and social media and that. I'm to the point now where I ask a person right in their face, is this your opinion? Or can you back up what you're saying with facts? Well, okay, let me give you the facts. Ask me a question about real estate, investing in real estate, whatever, and I will give you the facts. Then start making your decisions once you have the
Right.
kind of the real answers. Yeah.
Once you know, because other than that, you're literally just taking yourself out of the game before you ever started playing.
Driving
Now, you got
blind.
another book out, Driving Blind. You have a book that's actually published that's a little about that, right? Where it's about doing. If I remember right, the name of it is Do, correct?
That is correct. And I could go into a long story, but basically it's you people get stuck and they stand there. Well, let me tell you, in order to move forward, you have to put one foot ahead, put the right foot ahead. Well, now you are doing something. Then take the left foot and put it ahead. So the book Do answers a whole bunch of questions on let's get you unstuck. Let's do something. Rick, do what? Do anything. It depends on your goals and aspirations. So the book is a lot of advice, but also built in there is like a plan, and all you have to do is fill in the blanks, and it helps you develop what you really want to do, how you want to move forward, and how you're going to get there, and what you want to do. And it's on Amazon.
It's powerful. It's powerful. There's some of the best tools. A quote I grew up with was, "It's hard to read your label from inside the bottle." Having somebody else like yourself ask you those questions, or even a book, something to give you a framework to think in, because these aren't just intuitive things. And we like to feel dumb, and it's the stupidest thing. Like, of course you didn't know it, and when you knew it, it feels obvious. That's always, get over it. It doesn't matter. You worrying about feeling stupid is stupid. Stop that. It's
Yeah.
just information. And it's that way for all of us, right? You're saying you're still learning. You're learning marketing things. You're learning these new things. And each time it clicks, you're like, obviously, why didn't I know that? But it's always that way. You didn't know it because you couldn't known it until right when you knew it. So that little extra part that happened, forget all that. That doesn't matter. Quit holding yourself up by just silliness. You're literally keeping your life on the sidelines by doing that. It's not helpful.
About once a year, I'll come up with what I call a Rickism. And the latest one that I came up with about 2-3 months ago or something like that, not all that long ago, is don't do what you think. Do what is right. Don't do what you think. Do what is right. And ever since I came up with that, I'm now asking myself that question when something comes to me, probably at least once a day. If you come across something, I can give you a million examples, but if you come across something, don't do what you think, because thoughts go through our minds all the time. Don't do what is right. And you'll find that the decisions you make are much, much better. I told this to my granddaughter, who she's 15, and yeah, kids, whatever. I told her that probably about 3-4 weeks ago, and then I saw her again about a week ago, and she said, I'm using what you don't do what you think, do what is right. I'm using that about once a day now. Do you know that really works? And I'm really happy it's working for you. So at least I've affected one person.
Right. Grandpa's looking like a genius, but it's true. And it's a uniquely human gift to create that space. Like, you don't, if you just react, that's an we have the choice to respond or react, right? Using our humanity lets us respond. It's creating that space where, okay, what do I think? what's actually right, creating that extra second to think maybe what I'm doing isn't right. I can't tell you how many times in my life, I'm very big into personal development, in the last decade, that I realized it's me. I'm in my own way here. I'm the problem. I've got to, I'm the one that's messing all this up. What do I got to fix? And that same kind of way of creating that space, take an extra second to think about what you're doing. Is it actually is what needs to be done? Then go, man, you eliminate
In
tons of
real
heartache.
estate, in business, in your personal life, no matter where. Again, that's what a coach helps you do sometimes, is get out of your own way. Like, do something, move
Right.
forward, get out of your own way. But that's
There's,
what an advisor, a mentor, a coach, that's part of what they do. And that's wonderful.
it is. It is because you need it. You need it. I think about I talk to my mentor all the time, and it's a lot of it's just, hey man, good job. I like what you're doing. Way to do it. And all it is just confirmation from somebody you trust that, okay, I'm doing the right thing, because you got to do those little things for a long time for them to add up. And along that way is where you start to second guess yourself and think, a good example I think of is when you're giving somebody directions, right? And you're used to the road that you're telling them to go down. And so you're like, just drive, meet me down here, take you about 10 minutes. But you don't really tell them what it's like to go down the road. And 10 minutes down the road can feel really long. So about 5 minutes in, they start thinking, wait, did I miss something? Did I miss that? Wait, hold on. Are we there yet? Hold on. What? And all, now you're second guessing yourself, where you could literally say, hey, you're going to pass this church along the way. It's going to have this billboard. When you see that, you're about halfway there. And the moment they see that, now they're like, they feel great. I'm good now. I saw the church. I'm good. I'm okay now. And now I'm waiting for this next thing. And that's literally what a coach does. As simple as an example, it's just saying, look at these things along the way. You're doing fine. Everybody second guesses themselves. You're doing fine. Look at this. And it's just like, oh, wow, same road, way less stress, way more present, way more able to take advantage of each day.
What I became aware of probably 30 years ago, and I paid absolutely no attention to it, was somebody said, accountability is one of the most important things that you can do or that a coach can do for you. Accountability. And I went, yeah, whatever. I got this. I don't need anybody else. Yeah, that was a long time ago. And as time goes on, what I've discovered is, and I can prove this, accountability probably is the number one thing that everybody needs to be involved in. How many times have anybody gone to a seminar and you sit there and you listen to it? And I'll tell you what, by the end of the day, that guy has pumped you so much, you walk out of that. You don't even walk out of that room. You float out. Your feet are about a foot off the ground. You float out. You're pumped, man. And it's Friday afternoon. You're going to kill the world. You're going to be successful. This is just wonderful. They give you all the information that you need to be successful. This is great. And you go to work on Monday and you check your email as you normally do, and you have your coffee as you normally do. And by Tuesday or Wednesday, you are back into the same old habits. The difference is you've got the information, but part of the problem I see with webinars and seminars and stuff like that is they teach you the information. They don't change your habits. They don't change you. So you slip back into your old habits. So accountability, incredibly important. Oh, wait, are we talking now again about a mentor or a coach? Yes, because that coach is going to keep you on track. That coach is going to mentor you, coach you, keep you accountable. Make sure that you keep moving, take the information that you're being taught and make sure that you keep moving forward. That's one of the secrets. Everybody learns this information. They got it in their head, but well, wait, they don't do anything about it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And it's way easier to take action with a group. And you're absolutely right. Well, Rick, man, I appreciate your time today, your story. For those that are listening and watching in who would like to touch base with you, possibly work with you, what's the best way for them to reach out to you?
Probably the best way is my email address, which is r_rose@yahoo.com. You send me an email, ask me a
Excellent.
question.
We'll make sure that
Yeah. I'm there.
Perfect. We'll make sure that's in the show notes for everybody. Reach out to Rick, touch base with him. Like I always say, when you meet real professionals in this business, talk to them. They're only here to help. See if it's a good fit. Well, thanks again for joining me, Rick. Thanks everybody out there watching and following along. If you got value out of today's episode, please like this episode, share it with someone else you think would get value out of it. As always, please don't forget to subscribe to our podcast. We appreciate every single one of you who follows along with us. We've got more conversations coming up with operators just like Rick out there building a real business in the industry. Thanks for joining us. We'll see everybody on the next episode.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.